How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. As many of you know, I held this crazy fun creators tournament a couple weeks ago in which I invited a bunch of creators to spin a wheel and be given 15 minutes to cook up a deck and then take that deck into a mirror match against their opponent. There were a total of 8 rounds, 4 Swiss and then 4 bracket rounds. But in the end, Bluestone TCG ended up taking the win, knocking out Snipe the Bench, who is a co-host alongside me on our new Damage Counters podcast, knocking out 6 TCG, who I just did a collab with and talking about draw support, and then knocking out Mega Blitz in the finals, who I have not collabed with yet, but I hope to very soon. Now, you might remember Bluestone because I did do a cook-off against him pretty recently in which I took the dub, and so by transitive property, I beat the cook-off champion in the cook-off, meaning that I am the Creators Cookoff champion. That is how that works, right? But anyway, Ginge TCG is still selling playmats from that event, and they are really cool. You should definitely pick one up to commemorate that awesome event. I just got mine and I'm going to be bringing that to every locals going forward, you'll see. So me covering a deck sent in by Bluestone has nothing to do with his champion status. He sent me this a couple weeks ago and I've been so busy with the planning that I'm just now getting to it. But it's an Accelgor hit and run list that operates very similar to the Flygon that I made a while back, but without being a stage 2, and thus being much easier to set up. It uses this Accelgor as the main centerpiece, with Poisonous Ploy that does 70 damage and then poisons and confuses, and then also retreats to the bench. Overall, it does do less damage than what Flygon does, but it also does more with its status effects. Because of this, we don't necessarily need to run a Brubonnet in this list, so we won't. With this list, we instead run many of the wall staples, as well as the baby Pecharunt to bump up the damage after our turn is over. So here's the deck list. What I'm going to do in this section is cover the deck exactly as it was sent to me, no changes. And then at the end, I will give a couple suggestions for changes and give an idea of how I would play it if it were me. So if you want a completely different deck list, stay for the end. We've got a 3-3 line of Accelgor, and we have a bunch of the wall staples. Mimikyu, Cornerstone, Ogerpon, and Klefki. Now I do love all 3 of these inclusions in here, especially the Klefki. And the reason why is because of how anti-poison package it is. Imagine you're the poison player, right? You see your opponent play 1 card. You know you can get that dunk. You open Pecharunt. You have the Nest Ball in your hand, you can go get Squawk. But you can't Squawk and Seize. No matter, you have a second Nest Ball and you have an Ancient Capsule in hand. So you go get your Brubonnet. But you can't Toxic Powder either. So you get your 3rd Nest Ball that you happen to have in hand so that you can retreat that Pecharunt using Latias so it doesn't get knocked out in return. But you can't, because every single one of those abilities has been shut down by Klefki. Don't sleep on Klefki in this meta, it's really good. Lillie's Clefairy is in here too as a Dragapult countermeasure. And we've also got a Maractus to buy us some more time, and a Latias and a Squawk of our own. Just remember, you also can't use their abilities as long as Klefki's in the active, so promote Klefki as the last thing you do if you have the ability to play either of those Pokemon. Same goes for Teal Mask Ogerpon. Its purpose in here is to accelerate energy into play, which we can then E-switch over to our Accelgor. Or, as you'll see in the gameplay, it can come in clutch when needed. But aside from the Pokemon, everything else is mostly self-explanatory. It's a Precious Trolley build, so if you open Arven, that's what you'll be going for, and then you can adjust which wall you're putting up depending on what you're playing. We have Area 0 so we can bench extra stuff too. And then for energy count, we have 2 Psychics teched in so we can use Mimikyu or Clefairy if we need to. So let's just go ahead and take this into the ladder and see if Bluestone TCG cooked like he did during our tournament. Alrighty, we fumbled the flip. I think we prefer to go first with this one. But I think we have options for going second, so it's not too big of a deal. The opponent will go first. Okay. Took a 5 prize turn with that Vespiquen against a Slowking. Nice. Nice. Like to see that. I think I will bench the Clefairy. No. I'm gonna take a chance that they don't have a dunk deck. Okay. It's N. I think we'll be... It's a little bit of a toss-up with this one, because I know that they are weak to grass, but also they've got the Darmanitan, which I don't really like. What deck is this? This is Bluestone TCG's Accelgor list. It's a hit and run style deck. Alright, they got Budu in the active. Alright. So we'll just start it out with a Buddy Poffin. We're gonna go ahead and grab 2 Shelmets. We may also want the Mimikyu. Yeah, let's grab one of those too. Go ahead and slap that energy on there. Get a Nest Ball. Good Squawk. Nah, I don't think we Squawk. Let's take a Teal Mask. Pop that on. And I say we just, no, we don't have to Iono. We can, Arven. Yeah, you know what? Let's take the Squawk. Well, I guess I could have Precious Trolley, huh? Yeah, better late than never. Let's just do it now. Cornerstone might be nice to have. And Latias. Alright, so just in case... This is a weird looking Uxie deck, isn't it? Yeah, so what I know is that this deck used to have a Brute Bond and Ancient Capsule combo, but I think this version doesn't have it. And so the only way we can poison is with Accelgor. I feel like playing Iono here is gonna feel pretty bad. Do I recommend building End Zoroark? I think it's good. I think it's good right now as long as Shaman's not in format. Once that Shaman comes out, I think End Zoroark definitely suffers, but without Manaphy, that 90-90 from this Flame Body Cannon, really, really strong. So, yeah, I think it's worth it. Yeah, this is gonna feel pretty bad if I do it like this. You know what, here we go. Why don't we just do this? We're just gonna hit with this Shell Smack. Yeah, I feel like the Darmanitan is really the only strong thing that this deck has. That Reshiram can be pretty decent, but I don't know. I'm kind of hit or miss on End Zoroark. So we take this knockout. Nice. Alright, so we have the Zorua. If he can evolve it, I think we're still okay for this turn. But I don't know. I say if he can't get one up, we go aggressive and we do the Iono. He's got the Evo. Okay. This is fine. Yep, evolves that one. Evolves that one. Okay, let's go ahead and Teal Dance. We do have a way to bump that, that's good. Let's Teal Dance that on. We have Maractus, that doesn't help us. So let's go ahead and bump that. And then let's Iono, hope we can get something we can use. Accelgor, we got it. Nice. Alright. Drop that on there. Let's go ahead and drop this so we can Ghost Eye if we have to. And then we'll do 140 to this guy. Switch into the Mimikyu. Did it have three retreat costs? I didn't even see that. Yeah, that is a pretty high retreat cost. Good lord. I like that card. It's nice. Alright, so if he can't power it up this turn, I think I want to go in with a Teal Mask play. Alright, Iono. Okay, get you 6 more cards. Alright, at least we have a way to bump this. Item Locked Run could be fun. I think it could even be fun in here. I think you just have to like remove a bunch of the tech cards we have. Okay, he drops a Counter Catcher. That's pretty good for us, I think. Okay, so I think we should try to bump this because that will prevent our Ogerpon from being able to attack. Which in this matchup, I think Ogerpon is a little bit more useful because of weakness. Oh, he conceded. All right, Monkey Dory. Okay. We'll start out with one of these. Let's go ahead and do that. Slap that on there. Little Teal Dance. Sorry, that's what I meant to do. Teal Dance. Onto there. Buddy Buddy. Perfect pull. What are we thinking this is? I think I'm going to get Klefki. I can feel it. I can feel it. We might need it. We'll end turn there. Let's see what it is. Do I have deck list? I do. But this is taken from Bluestone TCG's video, so I'll post a link to the video instead, so that he can get some of the views off of it. Let me see. 1 second. There we go. That's a link to Bluestone TCG's video where he originally posted the list. Go ahead and send him some views. He's a good dude. He actually won our Creators Cookoff. Alright, so let's start by bumping the stadium. Let's go Bug Catching. Excellent. Okay, Nest Ball for anything. We are gonna want Mimikyu, I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's go Pecharunt. Let's guarantee it. I'm gonna take the knockout on this monkey. Let's do that. Super Rod's good. Okay. So we'll go ahead and hit it for 70. And then switch to the Pecharunt. The bad puns are staying in. Just letting you know. Thinking about buying the Iono's Belly Bolt EX SIR. I have a gut feeling that it's going to be really expensive, so good luck. Oh, well, he's got enough to take out the Pecharunt in the active. Feels kind of bad. $82, that's too much. That's too much, I would never. Alright, let's go for the Arven. We have Lillie's Pearl, at least we can get rid of that. And then I think I'm taking the Nest Ball. Nest Ball for the Mimikyu. And then I could try to get... No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, only 40? That feels bad. Spent 55 on the Iono SR from Paldea Evolved. Yeah, I mean, well, as the Iono fanboy, I mean, I guess it's kind of... It comes with the territory, but you're never going to see me advocate for you spending that kind of money on a card. I'm not going to say don't do it, but I'm also not going to say you should do it. Alright, I think Hop is going to be a bit tougher of a matchup just because of resistance. So we're going to need to make some stuff happen here. Hoping the coin flip on the Confusion pulls through for us. Oh, okay, never mind. There's that. Okay. Small problem. I don't have a way of pulling that Mimikyu. Okay. I could Turo it, but I would rather use a Turo for the Shelmet. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I got to switch. Am I an idiot or something? Alright, then I can Turo the Shelmet. Alright, I think... I'm gonna hit it for 40. Because he does 60, 90, 120. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. I think I leave Mimikyu up in the active. Bet Vanilla Magikarp spends $200 on SIR Dragapult DX. He might. Hop Snorlax. So the reason why I was debating Klefki is because he will block the ability of Hop Snorlax, but it won't affect anything else. So as long as if we can get it under 90, if we can bump this stadium first and then do our shenanigans, we'll be a lot better off. Oh, no. Okay, okay. Arven, please tell me we run rescue board. We don't run rescue board, oh no. Alright. And then in that case what we want to do is grab Vessel. I think Klefki's very good. I think people are dramatically underrating that card. Let's go ahead and drop that. Could do this. Could do this. This could be good. Okay. Did I just screw us over? Probably. It's end turn there. I think selling out to take out the Monkey Dory was a good call. Uxie's your new favorite tech. Dude, I love Uxie Spread. It's so much fun. It just puts on pressure in such a strange way. Everyone's just like, I don't know, Monkey Dory can't even keep up with it because it can move damage off of one thing, but then when you got damage on everything, what do you do? Alright, I think we just leave it like that. Yeah, just gotta... Okay. So, did he leave? Did he just quit? Or is he just BMing? What are we doing? Nope. I think he left. No, or I'm stuck. Okay. That was weird. We got some weirdness going on. I don't like it. We're gonna hold the line. Do you know how cruel it is to Uxie twice and then use Crystal Vespiquen EX for game with a side of 2 Monkey Dory, Lilie's Clefairy to make bold Pole suffer? Yeah, dude, it's funny. It's funny. I haven't messed with Vespiquen EX yet, but I want to. People have been recommending me that card for a while. Alright, we made a hop quit. we do have us a poison package. Alright, so let's go ahead and Precious Trolley. We're going to want the Klefki. Let's take a Squawk. Let's take an Ogerpon. Latias. Another Shelmet. We'll do those 5. Let me attach this to the front. And then we can just... Let's go ahead and area 0. We can get more stuff in there. Why not? Because I'm gonna dump this hand anyway, so might as well. Squawk it away. Yeah, I think that was about as good as that could have gone. And let's go ahead and retreat into the Klefki. I think that's good. We'll just leave it like that. Because Klefki just shuts down Poison Package altogether. No Squawk, no Brute Bonnet, no Pecharunt, no nothing. Oh, it's a loyal 3. Alright. I guess I should have figured by the sleeves. Alright, couldn't do anything. Like to see that. Alright, so I think we just go in with the Ultra Ball. Let's drop the Lillie's Pearl. Let's drop the E-Switch. Get us an Accelgor. We'll do this. No. I can't retreat. That sucks. Alright. I guess we do Iono then. Alright, cool, we gotta switch. Can still attach energy. Yeah, why don't we? Sure. Okay. We'll hit for that 70. And then we'll swap into a Mimikyu just in case he can get set up. This dies. Take a prize card. Another Shelmet. Precious Trolley is really good for you. That helps you set up pretty nicely. Okay, he does not have it this turn. That is good news. Nope, subjugating chains gets you up to 6. Hopefully no stadium bump. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and Arven for something. The Devolution would be fun. Not really anything we can use it for, but it's good discard fodder. And probably the Buddy Buddy. We don't really need either of these. We can just discard it. Ultra. Grab us our next Accelgor. Alright, nothing worth super rotting back right now. So we'll go ahead and retreat into the Accelgor. Do 70 damage right here. And then we throw up the Klefki again. You want to play, but you think Enzorg is overpriced and overrated in the TCG. Yes, I agree. I don't think Enzorg is too great of a card. I did see that it made top 8 inside of a Gardevoir deck, but I don't know. I don't think it's that great compared to some of the, compared to something like Hop. I think it's the second best trainer deck that we have right now, but even then. Yeah, he wants the Mimikyu. Alright, so I gotta drop a couple things. We can drop the Squawk. Drop a Teal Mask. I don't need too many of those anymore. And then... what else can I drop? Probably the second Ogerpon. They're not super needed. I'm gonna get them back in a second here with the Super Road. Okay. Alright, Mimikyu goes down, that's fine. We'll put up this guy, do 6 damage in between. Oh, it already did the 6 damage, never mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and Super Road our guys back. Let's do the Mimikyu and these two. Let's retreat into Accelgor. We're gonna boss this thing. I don't think that's needed. can bump that just because I would rather them not have that. Alright, we'll do 140. He does not get poisoned, which is unfortunate. Oh, the Iono. Nice, okay. So all we need is an energy. And we can just joust away that... Okay, good, we got it. Nice, nice, nice. That's what we're going to do. We're going to joust away the thing. The capsule. Cool. Oh, we don't even have to do that. We can just jet energy. Yeah, let's do that. Take it out. Go right back to the Klefki. Grabbing a new baby Pecharunt. Alright. Four regular Zoros are almost $40. That is pretty crazy. I don't think it's that good. I think the gap between Hop and N is insane. Hop is by far the best one we have, and N being second place is kind of like saying, I don't even know. I don't even know what to compare that to. The second place is so far from the first. Alrighty, we got that. Let's go ahead and come up with the Accelgor. We can now bench the Fez. Flip the script. Got us an Ogerpon. Let's go ahead and start powering that up. Alright, we can take those. Slap that on. And I think what I actually want to take out is the monkey. So the way I see it, we're not doing enough damage to be able to really be hitting the big targets right now. So I'd rather be taking out the little guys and not let him heal it off. Let me see, that's 90 damage. If I put a third one on here, that's 180, that's 210. Okay, I might have a way to win it. I think I do have a way to win it. If he leaves us in the active, I might be able to take a dub. I've used all my E-switches, so I just need a earthen vessel. We'll see, we'll see. Let's put up the Ogerpon. Push comes shove, we can just retreat it. Hey, that's exactly what I needed. Alright, let's drop the Maractus. Oh, we don't have any more energy. No valid cards. Okay. But we do have another E-switch. That might be enough. Alright, so we will go ahead and let's just Fez. See if we can get the E-switch without it. Nope. So let's just do that then. We will grab the E-switch. Take it from you. I think we just missed it. Yep, we just missed it, so we'll add that. 240. Just taking the knockout. GG. Ah, don't thumbs down me. What do you mean? So it went 3-0 as is without needing any modifications from me. But if I had to make any recommendations, it would be to remove the Psychic Energies and swap them with Luminous so that you can open up Cornerstone Ogerpon for use too. If not, maybe a Crispin or two so that you can use those Psychic Energies to accelerate more energy onto the Accelgor on the same turn. The other issue I had was a really low damage number. I think if it were me, I would throw in a Black Belt's Training, maybe a Defiance Band or a Kieran to bump up that damage. It feels really bad to go up against big stage 2s and be hitting for 130 damage at a time with the Pecharunt Poison. I'd love to see it used with something like item like Tyranitar, or maybe even add the Bonnet back in and make it a Binding Mochi build again. Sure, it's a little bit pointless when you have the poison built into the attack, but 40 damage is 40 damage. You can fix a ton of math with that. But anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. This is a very fun list. I'd love to mess with it some more on my own and see what I can pull off with this. Feel free to drop me a sub if you enjoyed it, and let me know what I should try next. I've taken a little bit of a break after the tournament ended, but I'm ready to get back on that grind. I'll see you all next time.